Greetings, I am a dragon alchemist, and allow me to entertain you. And once again playing Fallout 4, we're about to be greeted. Hello, SentryBot.
Authorized personnel only.
Yeah. I was about to be on my way to Good Neighbor to talk to someone about getting this Courser chip analyzed, when I realized that while I was looking at the quests, I had yet to visit Cabot House. And I'm not quite sure how that slipped my mind quite so much, but I figured, since I'm in the neighborhood, I may as well chat.
Go away.
Well, that's a nice how do you do. So, yeah, Edward?
Let me in. Edward Deegan asked me to come here.
Oh, it's you. Good. Come on in.
Well, that was a bit whiny. Oh well. Even with the power armor, you can't change a whiny tone.
Come on. Let's go meet the boss.
Alright, so let's get a little bit more information first.
What is this place?
Better to let Jack answer that. Come on.
Mysterious patrons.
Jack, the new guy is here.
One moment. Just have to.
He'll be right with us.
Oh, damn. Clearly, I'll need to adjust the mixture. Hello. Welcome to Cabot House. I'm Jack Cabot.
Yeah, let's ask the first question again. Oh, come on, stop doing
What
that.
is this place?
This is my ancestral home. The Cabots have always lived here, since long before the Great War. If you're asking what we're still doing here, with Boston in its current sad state, well, that's a story for another time, perhaps.
Well, anyone who has watched The Storyteller will know that reference. So, let's be cordial, shall we?
Pleased to meet you, Jack.
And I am very pleased to meet you. Edward finds it tiresome, but I always like to know personally everyone who works for me. Please, have a seat. How about a drink? Edward,
Yeah.
the good bourbon, eh?
Yeah, I can't really sit down in this armor.
Please.
I feel like
have
we
a
stepped
seat.
back in time.
I don't know. I would rather hope to be able to
Now, before we
make
get down to business,
such
I have
structures
a
like
question
this.
I like to ask all my new employees.
Is this really the time
Don't
for it?
interrupt, Edward. The question is this. Do you believe there is other intelligent life in the universe?
Now, personally, I would believe that there is other life out there. Other intelligent life? Possibly. But the possibility is still there. We just don't know enough about the universe to even declare something is impossible. So, let's go with number
don't
4.
think we were done.
The universe is a big place. Anything could be out there.
Wonderful. Most people's minds are too narrow to admit the possibilities of an infinite universe. But I'm not talking about flying saucers and little green men. I'm talking about the hidden history of our planet. The very origins of human civilization. Ancient powers that modern science, even at its pinnacle, could barely begin to comprehend.
And this is where we start getting into the slightly conspiracy theory type deals. But let's see our options. You think aliens created human civilization? I'm really just here to do the job. You can believe whatever wacko theories you want as long as I get paid. That's really interesting. Let's inquire about what led him to believe this.
You think aliens created human civilization?
Exactly what I was gonna ask.
Yes, and by alien you mean a non-human precursor to the commonly understood founding cultures. Sumer, Egypt, Assyria. My father excavated a city in the Rub al-Khali in Arabia, which he dated to more than 4,000 years before the rise of any known human civilization. The structures and artifacts were strange, disturbing even. Clearly not constructed for or by humans. I've spent my life trying to decipher what he uncovered.
Jack, can I tell him what I need him to do?
I'm sorry, Edward. I just get carried away sometimes. You're sending him to look for the missing shipment.
Yeah.
Well then, I'd better leave you to it. We'll talk more about this some other time, when things are less rushed. It isn't important now. Welcome to the family.
Okay. You're officially hired. Congratulations.
Yeah, that was rather interesting. And the camera's going all over the place. Now, if he has some proof about what he claims, then I'm willing to listen to see what this proof is. Problem is, if that proof is halfway across the world, then we've got a scam job going on.
Tick-tock.
That was interesting.
Good. If you like that kind of thing, you've come to the right place. That's part of the job, by the way. It's best to keep an open mind. Jack may be eccentric, but he's definitely not crazy. The job I got for you is simple. Jack owns a facility north of the city. There's an important package that went missing between there and here. I need you to track it down and bring it back to me. Any questions?
So I'm Mr. Lost and Found. Brilliant. Well, if you're paying, what's the package first?
For starters, what's this package I'm looking for?
It's a metal case holding vials of serum. You don't need to worry about what it is. Jack needs it for his research. That's all you need to know. You should start at Parsons State Insane Asylum. Don't let the name spook you. It's just a secure building that we're using. We think the courier got ambushed as he was leaving the place. The guards heard gunfire in the distance, but we don't know exactly what happened. Check in with Maria at Parsons. She's in charge of the security force there. She can point you in the right direction. You all set then?
Well, let's see if he can answer a few more questions. Because, Insane Asylum, I suppose for a secure facility, that's... I don't know about that. It's meant to keep people in, not out. And for the serum, I suppose you can use whatever
Taking out off, or what?
medical facilities are in the asylum to produce it, so that makes sense.
I have some questions.
Shoot.
Well, I already know what I'm looking for. So let's ask number 2.
Why does Jack have people guarding an old insane asylum?
I don't mind you asking questions. As long as you don't mind me not answering them.
Oh, that's
If it was
helpful.
important to what I was asking you to do, I'd tell you. In this case, it isn't. Anything else?
I suppose I kind of understand. I'm the new guy. So, how did this package go missing first? Because if I'm gonna have to retrieve it from hostiles, I'd like to know what I'm wading into.
How did this package go missing?
The courier got there and picked up the package just fine, but never got back here. Could be simple bad luck, or it could be a deliberate ambush. That's why I'm sending you. It's important that you recover the missing package. You all set then?
We're good to go.
Nothing else.
Okay. They're expecting you over at Parsons, so you'd better get going.
Yeah, about that. I'm not exactly sure I'm going that way. I'm going to have this courser chip analyzed first. I will be back, though. I will do this quest. Just wanted to do a little stopover before we went there. Now, we just have to deal with this little loading screen, and you know what? I might as well just pause, wait it out. Here we go, and we're back. I hear a vertibird somewhere out there. That means Brotherhood is in the area. Now, I may not be wearing their armor, but they are friendlies. This is the way to Good Neighbor, isn't it? Oh, yeah, it is. Let's not waste time. Let's not waste time. I want to get the quests done. And if we need to walk somewhere, then we can encounter random encounters.
I've never actually been in here before, but from what I hear, we better watch our step.
Oh, yes. While I was off camera, I did go around doing a little scavenging, getting more metal, because I completely blew my steel budget again. And in the process, Preston Garvey wants to talk to me about something.
You with the Minutemen, aren't you? You're doing good work out there.
Thanks. It's good to know. Remember to support your local Minutemen.
You guys have my support. Here, I want you to have this. I hope you can find a use for it.
Wow, you rushed all the way out here to talk to Garvey about that? That was rather decent of you. Okay. Well, I was about to talk to Garvey about something
Hey.
similar.
Just point me to it.
I need to ask you something.
I'm still hoping to have that talk with you. Is this a good time?
It's a good time, so what's on your mind?
What's on your mind?
I've been thinking back lately on how things were for me when we first met. It was the lowest point of my life. I mean, all my closest friends were dead. Everything I believed in had turned out to be a lie. I'd failed everyone who ever relied on me. I'd led them to Concord, and we had no hope of getting out alive. The thing is, that was actually okay with me. I was ready to die. It was what I felt I deserved. It was what I wanted.
Ew, boy. So, it's still, you don't still feel that way, do you? I never realized you lost hope like that. I don't know. He was fighting pretty hard, even if he was preparing to die. Are you still going toward this? You did your best, Preston. You can't blame yourself for what happened.
Sir?
I don't really know the circumstances entirely of your flight, so let's ask a more immediate question.
You don't still feel that way, do you?
No, not at all. That's what I wanted to talk about. My point in all of this is that, well, you saved my life. And not just by saving us from those raiders in Concord. I mean that you made me want to keep living again. I guess that sounds pretty sappy, but it's true. If we hadn't met, or if you'd killed those raiders and then just taken off, I don't know if I'd still be around. I think I would have found some way to, end it. Maybe not by shooting myself in the head or anything, but just by not caring about staying alive. So I just wanted you to know that. How much our friendship has meant to me.
Oh boy. Well, in a post-apocalyptic situation like this, where there's not much going for you, I can see how the mindset of not caring too much about your own life can take effect. Glad that things worked out. Yeah. So, yeah, I appreciate the sentiments.
Thanks, Preston. I know that wasn't easy for you to talk about.
It feels better finally getting to say it out loud. Thanks for listening, man. I guess we should get back to it, huh?
Right. We now have Preston Garvey's perk, United We Stand. All the way at the bottom. Well, not completely at the bottom, apparently. So, thanks to your relationship with Preston, you'll deal 20% more damage and gain 20 damage resistance when facing 3 or more opponents. And given how usually we're outnumbered, that comes into play a lot more often than you would hope for. So, I suppose that
You're
works out.
back. How'd it go at the library? Get rid of those super mutants.
That we did. I've got quite a few quests to turn here, didn't I? So, I managed to fight my way through the library. Oh, and I dropped off that book of yours.
I managed to fight my way through the library. Oh, and I dropped off that book of yours.
Only 200 years past due. I know it was an odd request, but thanks for making the library a safer place. We gotta keep some old buildings sacred, you know. Here's your money.
Wow, that turned in for a lot of EXP. Then again, I did kind of max out all of my intelligence rating. You got anything to say to
Weapon here for
Kilo
every
here?
situation.
Cleo?
Hunting, protection, cold-blooded murder, hot-blooded murder.
As disturbing as that statement is, it is also rather funny.
Let's see what you got.
Let's get you outfitted, killer.
I'm actually more interested in caps. I don't think I have anything to sell, do I? Oh, I have a fat man. You can take the fat man. Yeah, as I said, I was off camera doing a bit of looting and all that. And among one of the things I picked up was a fat man. Still need a lot of steel, unfortunately. Well, a few more caps never hurt. Because again, I keep blowing my budget on massive settlement upgrades. I've been mainly building up County Crossing this time around, and it's still not finished. Okay, where am I supposed to go here? One moment. Oh, right. And among one of the things I had to talk to about with Garthy was I gotta defend Greentop Nursery. So yeah, I gotta deal with that. Oh yes, I did finally install Automatron. But I will not be doing it immediately. I will get to it eventually, but I want to finish the main storyline before we get to the DLCs. I also upped my level during my off-camera moment, so we shall get to that right now. And as I said, I wanted Scrapper because I wanted to see what would the legendary effects be once I scrap that thing due to my mod. Would I get more legendary tokens, or would that not change? Unfortunately, I don't have any legendary items I can scrap right now. Actually, no, that's wrong. I can check on that right now. I can potentially scrap one of my already legendary items I have with me. I'm just not going to do it because it's one of the items I like.
What are you building?
So let's see. If I scrap Ballistic, I would get a effect chip. That is what the legendary effects stem from. So one effect chip. Let me check to make sure that I don't have anything else that would have a similar effect. One effect chip, two effect chips, three effect chips, two effect chips. So we have a large sample size with us right now. So we will level up. We will take Scrapper. Confirm selection. We can now get screws, aluminum, and copper. I don't particularly need any of that. It's the secondary effect of Scrapper that I really need. I need fiber optics more than anything. Fiber optics is just really hard to come by, even with Northland Diggers. So, now that I have that, we shall see if this has any effect on the scrapping. Effect chip is still 1. Effect chip is still 3. Effect chip is still 2. And effect chip is still 2. So, having Scrapper seems to have no effect on the amount of effect chips you will get from a scrapped legendary item. So, good to know.
Every weapon you see.
Well, I have the weapons I like with me right now, but once I get back to Sanctuary, I'm going to start scrapping all those legendary items I've been keeping in my safe. Now let's head into the memory to analyze this chip. Here we go. Let's hope it's not as disturbing as the last time we came here.
You're back. The glowing sea. Virgil. What happened?
Okay, first things first. We jump into just asking about it. Number 2, we can just be very sarcastic. 3, we can be very brisk about it. Or number 4, we can explain things. Let's explain things.
I found Virgil. He has a way inside the Institute. But I need a code from a Courser chip.
A Courser chip? You fought a Courser? Oh my god. Unfortunately, I can't help you. I've worked on a lot of synths, but never a Courser. I don't know what that chip does, let alone how to decode it. But there are people who might. I work with a group that, well, they're the only ones I know that even have a chance at cracking Institute security. They're called the Railroad.
Let's inquire a bit more about the railroad.
The railroad?
They help synths escape the Institute. I don't know who they all are. Usually an agent of theirs just shows up with someone who needs new memories. One of them gave me a code phrase. Said it would help me find them if there was ever an emergency. Follow the Freedom Trail.
Well, we gotta find the railroad then. So, well, any idea what the code phrase means? I don't really need to inquire about that. I already got this quest a long time ago. I just never followed up on it. So, alright, let's... But do you have anything else?
That's all you have?
I'm afraid so.
The railroad is understandably paranoid. They're fighting the Institute, after all. You'll have to figure it out as you go.
Alright. Thanks for that, I suppose. Okay. Follow the railroad. And from what I recall, the railroad starts in the Boston Common. So, can I fast travel from here? No, I cannot fast travel from here. Alright. Let's get outside first, then we'll fast travel. Right, making sure that we got no ambushers to the left and the right. I wonder if these back alley bandits are still there. If they are, things aren't gonna go well for them.
Oh,
Well, this ought to be your concern.
what the? You iced him! Found you, knock him.
That didn't go very well for you, now did it? It's very much my concern when there's a bunch of armed guys in a back alley telling me it's not my concern. Ooh, that 50 caliber. And you know what? Since I actually have Scrapper now, I'm gonna take those submachine guns of yours. And I'm gonna scrap each and every one of them. There we go. Making efficient use of the resources I have on hand. You shouldn't be so rude, people. And since the rest of the parts of Good Neighbor don't seem to care that I nuked some very shady people, I say I did a community service. Oh yeah. That's a lot of steel. I'm taking all of that. Actually, no. No. I'm not. I need caps more than anything right now. Steel's nice, but I can buy a large shipment of steel. And it's not gonna weigh me down quite as much. So, Daisy!
Means a lot to me that you made the library a safe place. Thanks again. Now you're here to trade.
Yes, I am.
Sure. Let's take a look.
How interested are you in
Until
submachine guns? Let's see here. 72 caps apiece. Not bad. Thank you. Alright, now we're off to Boston Common. Follow the railroad. Well, here we go. Now, the Courser fight. I will admit, that guy was tough. It didn't help that he had stim packs. That really helped him out. But it's not like he did that much damage to me in return. Then again, I was wearing power armor. Here we are. At Journey's End, follow Freedom's Lantern.
7 and A. Some sort of code?
Yep, that's a code. Code we have to call. Okay. Someone's fighting over there, and I'm not really sure I want to get into that. So we're gonna give that a pass. We've got other objectives. Okay, keep following, keep following. Ah, here we are.
4 L. That's definitely a code.
Yeah, I know. There's a little quest marker to go in there for some sort of revolver or something. I don't really need it. Gotta say, the Freedom Trail is a tiny bit convoluted, but I suppose as a historical marker,
Boston Common has a bad
and it's a tourist thing,
just don't come back.
it makes sense. Okay, you gotta die. Oh, you survived that, huh? Oh, switch out! That's it, apparently. Feral goals. You are eating someone. A gunner. Well, no tears shed about that. But still, you were dangerous, so gotta put you down. More than dangerous, actually. You were a verified threat. Make sure there's nothing inside the bus first, actually. Don't want to get surprised while you're dealing with codes and all that. Gas canister, nice. Oil's another thing I keep constantly needing.
2 and A.
And kitchen skin. Needed for the steel and the springs. Oh, what was that? There's a lot of gunfire around here that I'm not causing. Oh, those are Marlurks. And if I recall, there are super mutants in here, so I may have to get involved here. Unless I can just walk past. Oh, no, I cannot walk past. Switch out! I'm fine. That super mutant broke his own legs to get to me. There's still one more. There's still one more. Come out here. No. Advance up. Okay, you're behind that wall, huh? Gotta head up then. Can't kill what you can't find. And I'm not gonna let you find me. At least, not before I send a bullet through that brain case. Not to the brain case, but I'll take a few to the chest. Well, I'm not. You are, though. And the area is secured once again. What is the Brotherhood doing out here? I hear their vertebrates. Something is going on. Okay, well, since I'm in the area, I may as well pick up a few more items. I did clear it out. Take a 10mm fusion cells. Wow. Okay. Yup, that was a good haul. Bit of a pain to get through, but drop down. Don't do the same, Garvey. You do not have power armor. Take the long way down. Garvey, I told you to take the long way down. That was the short way. He'll be fine. He's durable. If he's not, I got stim packs. I have lots and lots of stim packs. It's kind of sad, really. Stim packs, I feel, should be a little bit more of a precious resource. But I've been staying out of the line of fire so bloody effectively that I barely need to heal. Which is perfectly fine by me, but that means I have an overabundance of stim packs. I could set up my own medical clinic. No, I could set up a hospital with all of the medical supplies I have scrounged up. Yeah, that's an idea, actually. Maybe we could set up a hospital in one of our settlements. And I don't mean just one of those tiny little vending stalls. I mean a full-on, blown-out hospital.
Now a 6 and an O.
Okay, second, I keep remembering there's dogs or something out here. You would think that a hospital, an actual surgical center, would be necessary in some place in the Commonwealth. Now, there are a few of them. But I'm talking about the whole 9 yards. Fully sterilized area. The best medical tools that science can offer. long-term treatment plans. You do have surgery centers around the place, but not dedicated, not fully prepped and worked out. Okay, there we go. I seem to have attracted some attention somewhere.
3I.
That was rather short. I thought I missed that. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Something. Notice this tiny, tiny little bit.
Guess they aren't gonna need that anymore.
Okay, I remember this place though. Super mutants. Where are they, super mutants? Unless there are none left. Oh, no. My mistake. There is one. Target priority is any suiciders. I do not spot suiciders.
Something's out there. Found you.
Ah, yes. Holy. Nope. Target priority is whoever's got that missile launcher. Oh. Yeah, the piece of armor that keeps getting damaged is the one that isn't X01. Oh, wow, that hurts. That really hurts. Oh, you only have a pool cue now. Oh, that was a grenade. Ow, ow. Wow, my armor is getting really dented up here. Switch out. Cover. Seek cover. Garvey, you're standing out in the open. Oof. There we go. That's one less. Take 308s. More? Oh yeah, I see you. I can scope you out now. Oh, unless the geometry just blocks my shots. That's always a possibility. There we go. Finally got a hit. Just keep standing there, and I'll keep shooting you there. You're not... There. I was wondering why the danger sign hadn't gone off yet. But there's still more around. Okay. When I get back to Sanctuary, I'm going to need some serious repairs. I'm going to need a lot more steel to do it, though. Steel and aluminum circuitry. Well, the shopping basket's a step in the right direction, at least. 3 steel for 1 carry weight. Not the best. Tin cans still remain the best option. Or I could just take plain, already scrapped up steel, which is perfectly acceptable. Even now, in my power armor, these super mutants are incredibly dangerous.
5R.
They dented up my power armor, something awful. And this is upgraded X01. This is not the base. The only thing that is base is the T51. Right arm piece. Everything else I have modified to the maximum. Okay, that's a rather unique piece of equipment. I will take that. Wow, they had a lot of unique pieces of equipment. I'm gonna be drowning in caps in a moment once I find someone to trade this to. Still in danger, though. I did not clear out the area entirely, so let's be cautious as I loot the place. Always take the meds. Those are always worth something. One thing's for sure, these super mutants did not skimp out on firepower. There you are.
I think I got something over here.
That's right, take cover. You didn't know where that shot came from, now did you? I am certainly in a spot that barely anyone would ever check. Poke your head out again. Poke your head out again.
I guess I'm just getting jumpy.
No, you're not jumpy. You are properly paranoid at this point. Do I have to come out and get you? I probably have to go out and get him. No, I can't go inside there.
Who's there? Have a visual on.
You had a visual on his brains going everywhere. Wow, I didn't actually impact on the ground. That's impressive. Oh. Sandbags. Alright, let's follow that freedom trail again. I was kind of losing track. It was on this side, wasn't it? Just wanted to make sure I cleared the area before. Okay, yeah. No more signal markers down that way. Let's put that away. Gonna go through here, apparently. Ooh, more 50 cals. I don't use my sniper rifle as often as I do anymore, but even then, these 50 caliber rounds are not easy to come across. Even with Scavenger, too. Nothing else. Keep searching. Always check the little mailboxes. You never know what you see inside. Sometimes there's even fusion cores. And I am kind of in an abundance of fusion cores, but you never have enough. You never have enough.
Someone there.
Oh, holy! Yeah, let's toss a grenade over there, shall we? Leg, torso, brains, whatever. I'm tossing it out. Wow, that didn't kill him.
Do you see it?
Now that did! There's still more out there. I saw that mutant hound. Is there a better place I can go here? Not without a jetpack. I had yet to install my jetpack. That was an oversight on my part. I will get to that in a second. Okay, the fragmentation grenades did actually do some damage, though. Made it slightly easier on me. Ugh. Definitely super mutant territory around here. And it's territory I will intrude upon. And clear out. That's the last of them? Should be.
8D next.
Paul Revere's house. Built in 1680, this wooden building is the oldest structure in all of Boston. In 1770, this home was bought by famed patron Paul Revere. Paul Revere dwelled here with his family, including his 16 children, until 1800. Paul Revere was living here when he made his famous midnight ride to Lexington and Concord to warn Samuel Adams and John Hancock that redcoats were en route to arrest them and seize the militia weaponry. 16 children. Those were different times. Well, at least in America. I know that elsewhere in the world, 16 children isn't all... Well, it's still kind of unusual, but... That's still a lot of children. Poor Mrs. Adams.
1R. The trail ends right at the church.
And, well, we're here. Old North Church. Built in 1723, the Old North Church is the oldest standing church in Boston. Its 191-foot tall steeple also makes it the tallest church in Boston. On the night of April 18th, 1775, Lieutenant Colonel Smith marched with 700 British soldiers to Concord on a mission to disarm the rebels. Using a plan devised by Paul Revere, Robert Newman climbed to the top of this church, and lit 2 lanterns to alert patriots that the redcoats were coming up the Charles River, thus inspiring Longfellow's famous verse, 1 if by land, 2 if by sea. The battles of Lexington and Concord that followed would start the American Revolution. Well, we have arrived at our destination. But we have also reached the limit of our episode time. For now, I am going to put an end to this episode, and when we come back, we are going to be finding the railroad. I hope I have entertained you. Farewell.